What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. The Indiana Fever just destroyed, and I mean destroyed, the Las Vegas Aces, snapping a 16 game losing streak to the Aces by beating them 81-54. Kelsey Mitchell led the way with 25 points and 6 assists. This is a second game with a high assist, where she has 7 in the Commissioner Cup. Now, the Indiana Fever just came off winning the Commissioner's Cup on Tuesday night. Plus, this is a third game winning streak. And with a 5 game homestand, what better way to start off this stretch by dominating a team that you have not beaten? Now, with the Fever beating them this bad, the Aces, they relied on Asia Wilson. They relied on her. They definitely rolled her back. But the rest of the Aces struggled. The rest of the Aces struggled in the game. And you got to think the referees did everything they can to get Asia Wilson all of these whistles. They did everything in the second half to make sure Asia Wilson get the calls. Even a horrendous over the back, which she had over she had 2 calls. The over back over Lexi Hall. Then she bumped KK out of bounds, which both of them challenged, and they end up winning. So, nonetheless, the Indiana Fever did what they needed to do, playing relentless defense, something that they have done for the last few games. And if you think about it, the Indiana Fever have been showing a lot of fight. Um, they have beat the Lynx. And then the last game in June, they had beat the Wings, and they've been strong. They actually held the Lynx and Wings under 60 points in the last 2 games. This team identity is starting to shape up into who they are. Now we know Caitlin Clark is not there, but nonetheless, when Caitlin Clark comes back, she will fit seamlessly into this lineup. You think about this. Ever since they got rid of Deronda Bonner, this Fever team has played more better, more loose, more faster, up tempo. Even Sydney Colson has played a little bit better. Michaela Thompson has been getting more of the minutes over Bree Turner. Don't know what the situation is with Bree Turner, going forward, but we'll touch on that at another time. And then you look at what Ari McDonald has done since she came in the game, came back with the Fever. She started 3 games over Sydney Colson. The Fever are 3-0 since she started. She has 8.7 rebounds, 7 assists, a team high plus 26. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Better, a shorter player with better production than a taller player like like the one Bonner who struggled. So if you think about it, Eric McDonald production is way better than it was with DeWanna Bonner on there. So, and then you look at this here, Kelsey Mitchell plus 19, Aaliyah Boston, who got in foul trouble in the second half and had to sit the majority of the third quarter, had a plus 14. She had 20.7 rebounds. Then you look at Natasha Howard, who played pretty well this game, after coming off an MVP performance in the Commissioner's Cup. She had 11 points, 10 rebounds, plus 21 in 25 minutes. Eric McDonald, plus 26. I just gave you the stat line. Lexi Hall. I mean, you cannot say enough about Lexi Hall, the way she has played. She has 7 points, 6 at halftime. She didn't even have no points. She had 7 points in the second half, 6 rebounds, and everything was hard hustle and determination, keeping the ball alive, hustling, diving on for loose balls. Was a plus 20. Michaela Tipson, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, plus 7. Her length, her defense, her agility, her athletic ability is what's going to help this Fever give her more minutes, more play time. The more she plays, the more confidence she's going to get And I think she's going by the second half of the season, she's going to be really a dangerous player for the Indiana Fever. Sophie Cunningham, 24 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, plus 17. Sid Colson, 6 points, 3 assists, eight or -8. So you look at it from that standpoint, the Indiana Fever are becoming what we were hoping them to become, playing better. And then think about it is, just think about this. The Indiana Fever do not have Damaris Doncic back, who should be back next week. And then you got still got open roster spots to add other players on this team. This team could be a juggernaut in the second half of the season. And I said it again, if they playing like this, and when Caitlin Clark comes back, this team is going to be so hard to play against and determine against. This team could end up get to the playoffs and make a whole lot of noise. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to foreshadow anything because I do a lot of foreshadowing here and there. But I'm telling you, this team, ever since they won that first game against the Wings and they won that Commissioner Cup, it all takes a team to taste winning and championship. Even though the Commissioner Cup is an in-season tournament, but it still counts as a title, a championship for your franchise. And getting a taste of that is something that you want to instill in this team because now this team believes, this team is going stronger, this team is playing harder, they're playing faster, they're playing with a better defense. So that's what I love where the Indiana Fever is at right now because the main thing about it is they got, a few games before the All Star break. If Caitlin comes back against the Valkyries or Caitlin comes back against the Sparks, whatever the case might be, is what it's going to be great for this team. I do love how this team has shown a lot of fight and a lot of grit. If you think about this, so Kelsey, tonight, the Indiana Fever snapped a 16-game losing streak against the Aces. The Fever turned into another dominant performance after performing in the Commissioner Cup, and where they beat the Minnesota Lynx 74-59. And if you notice, the Fever has been playing more physical, more not being the less aggressive. They becoming the aggressor in their games. Leah Boston going right at Asia Wilson. You remember the last game? Asia Wilson was complaining that Leah Boston was flopping. Then you seen in the Commissioner Cup, Nafisa Carter and Leah Boston getting into it. Leah Boston, only thing is, I just hope they stop calling cheat fouls on her and she would stop making cheat fouls. But you think about this: Aaliyah Boston playing aggressive, going at Asia Wilson, making Asia Wilson uncomfortable. And this is how you have to play these teams. You got to continue to make these teams uncomfortable because these teams know for a fact if you do not play them physical and they know that the Indiana Fever wasn't a physical team. Now the Indiana Fever is playing more physical. Teams don't like that. They complaining about it. So that's what I love about it. The Fever held the Aces to 26% shooting and their lowest total of the season. Vegas was also slow by 17 turnovers and everything like that. So that's good. The Aces on the rest of the Aces shot 7 for 43, 16%, and no player scored more than 6 points. Asia Wilson had 29 points for this team, 9 for 8 for shooting for the field, 11 from 13 from the line, which she was getting all these special whistles. And that's where I'm glad the Indiana Fever did not crumble. Stephanie White did a lot of great things. She even got a tech on the sideline of a call. And this is what it's all about. This team coming together and fight. Like I said, this team did something amazing last year after the All-Star break and the Olympic break. Now you're getting to see them making that run again. And the Fever dominate the first half of the game and close it out with a 25-7 run for a 46-24 halftime break. The Fever had shot at that time 64% from the field. missing only 2 shots in the second quarter, and had 13 assists on 18 baskets with a 28-10 advantage on points in the paint. They dominated, man. They dominated. And if you look at it right there, they was 49% from the field. They did shot great from 3-point line. They was 31%. Free throws, there was 82 to 86. Most of that because A'ja Wilson was getting to the line. But rebounds, we out rebounded them 37 to 26. We had 24-6 to their 12. We had 5 steals to their 4. We had 3 blocks to their 1. They had more turnovers than us. They're 19 to 14. We scored 17 points off a turnover. They had scored 19. Fast break points, we have 5. They have 9. Points in the paint, that's where we dominate the most. 38 to 20. Fouls, 18 to 21. So they have more fouls than us. Now you think about this. When Damaris Johnson's come back, that is Aaliyah Boston's thing. And Dantes has been playing well overseas. And when she comes back, you have that extra person to do what you need to do. So I should be back with another video to recap more of this game and what, the press conference or what Stephanie White didn't have to say. But great win for the Indiana Fever, stringing together 3 straight wins and snapped in a 16-game losing streak to the Las Vegas Aces. Next up for the Indiana Fever will be the Las Vegas Sparks on 7 o'clock on Saturday. Can they make it 4 in a row? Something I've been calling for the Indiana Fever this year is to string winning games. So if they could pull off that and go into the Valkyries on a 4-game winning streak, hopefully we might see Caitlin Clark. If not, hey, I still got every confidence that the Indiana Fever will win that game. So until then, like, comment, subscribe. Livewire Sports, you know what it is. And if you don't know, hey, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Livewire. Sports and entertainment. Let's go.